Hello everyone, this is Boricua Binks and welcome to Let's Play Ghost Trick Phantom Detective. In the last episode, we were able to get the phone to Emily, the Justice Minister's daughter, so she was able to call him. That was an interesting little section. That poor rat. And the poor lady, the mom. Yeah, she's not gonna get to finish her novel in time for her deadline. Alright, so now we're going to talk to the Justice Minister and see if we can convince him to be a little more cooperative now. I wonder if Lynn is at the park yet. Until we get her report, I guess I'll just have to wait here. This continued distress of the ministers, is there really something more to it, like the inspector in white said? Let's speak to this dude. Hello, Justice Minister. How about you finally admit I do exist? That thank you I expressed. That was meant for you. Ah. Cool. So he acknowledges us now. You're a ghost, aren't you? And you have the power to control and manipulate people, don't you? No, I don't have that kind of power. I can't control you. We've actually known, you know, for quite a while now. But I had no idea they were the powers of the dead. Of ghosts. Known? Known about what? We knew about the existence of someone who could of somebody who could control others. A manipulator. Oh, Jowd can hear that. That's right. I forgot. What's this? That's why your execution order caused me so much anguish, Detective Jowd. Mr. Minister, why don't you just tell us everything you know? Yes, I suppose I should. You need to hear it all. All about the huge mistake this foolish man made. There are some cases in this country right now that are under a top secret investigation. Of course, you wouldn't have known about them, Detective Jowd. Right. They don't share too much top secret information with the inmates in prison. There are 3 prisoners, including you, in the special prison you just escaped from. All 3 cases have certain points in common. They do they? Tell us more. The rock singer who leaked national secrets in his lyrics during a TV broadcast. Sausage head. The curry-loving fellow who took the chief commissioner hostage at the Metro Police Department. I am so sorry. Phew, why am I yawning? Neither of these men had a motive for their crime, and both of their crimes were impossible. Impossible? The curry lover had no way of knowing how to infiltrate the commissioner's office. And the rock singer had no way of knowing the national secrets he leaked. The Special Investigation Unit submitted an investigative report to me on them. They concluded that these men's criminal acts were not of their own volition. But how could that be? The theory the unit came up with was the existence of a manipulator. A manipulator, huh? Wow, doing their voices is actually hard because they're all kind of similar. Yeah, my throat's not liking it. Whew. Voice acting. Yay. That's when the special prison was established as a facility. To research that theory.
Okay, let's talk about Jowd's case.
Some unknown power has been at work. These past several years, Inspector Cabanella has been studying these cases.
Jeez. Just because I ate dinner doesn't mean I should be sleepy. Come on now.
He has he?
Manipulating somebody into committing a criminal act. According to the inspector, the first case of its kind was a locked room murder involving our nation's best detective.
Are you trying to say I was manipulated somehow into shooting Alma? I appreciate the theory, but unfortunately, I don't recall being controlled by anybody. It's just not possible to manipulate another's behavior like that.
My powers certainly don't work on living creatures. Huh.
That's what I thought when I first heard the theory too. However, I was seriously mistaken, and it proved to be a big mistake.
What?
Huh? The minister's mistake. You mentioned a mistake. Could you tell us about it?
I suppose everybody here has the right to know. Alright, fine. I'll speak out loud so that Inspector Cabanella can hear this too.
Yeah, I felt bad for him because he was feeling left out. All that time, were they just standing there staring into nothing while they're thinking to each other?
There's something I'd like the two of you to hear. It's about a mistake I made. Inspector Cabanella, when you first made that report about a manipulator, I'm afraid I didn't believe it at all. Impossible, I thought.
Perfectly understandable, Mr. Minister.
But I was wrong. That kind of power does exist. And I learned the truth of that firsthand.
What's this?
A month ago, I signed the order to carry out Detective Jowd's execution. However, that act wasn't of my own volition.
Oh boy.
I was being controlled.
Oh dear. Oh, his face.
What? You never told me about this, Mr. Minister.
Okay. Uh-oh. No.
What's going on? This document, what am I doing? No, I mustn't sign it.
Oh my god. No. I guess he can't speak? No.
Wait, don't deliver that document.
Did that guy not hear him, or was he thinking? Maybe he was thinking it.
That's when it started. That's when all of my fear, despair, and suffering began.
Oh, that poor guy. Fear, despair, and suffering.
At the time, it didn't even cross my mind that I had been manipulated. And my memory of the event was only hazy at best.
So the memory of being manipulated doesn't clearly remain, eh?
Signing execution orders is part of a justice minister's job. At the time, I just thought my psyche was rebelling against the task.
Or was that Psyche? It's probably Psyche.
But the next day it dawned on me. I remembered Inspector Camanella's report on the existence of a manipulator. As a minister of justice, I couldn't admit what had happened to me.
Dude.
I only signed the execution order because I was being controlled. If something like that got out, this nation's judicial system would crumble. Besides, I had no evidence to present that I had actually been controlled. So, in the end, I couldn't admit to anybody what had happened.
I suppose. But it sounds a bit like an excuse. Yeah, it does. You should have at least told us, Mr. Minister.
Yes, I know. I should have. I was running away from the problem.
There's his wife.
And then my wife found out I was worried about something.
Well, if you go around with an expression like that, I guess it's bound to happen.
I explained it to her, and she was dead set against the way I was handling it.
Ah. See, they purposely make it seem like she's being an unreasonable witch, but it sounds like she was the one being responsible and telling him, come on, you gotta own up to what happened. Oh, her hair. If you don't withdraw that order and tell everyone the truth immediately, I'm moving out. You go, girl.
And then, with the kidnapping tonight, with it thrust under my nose like that, I could no longer deny my mistake.
You're fired, dude. You should get fired.
This manipulator comes upon us from somewhere unseen. That's why I've been keeping my distance from everybody.
Oh, that's why he told Lynn, get away, keep away, all that. So that's why you've been telling people to stay back. Very interesting. So, there's somebody else besides me with the powers of the dead. I'm fine with that. After all, I already knew about a certain desk lamp. Oh yeah, Ray. What I'm not fine with is the fact that person can control and manipulate living creatures. That's certainly not something I can do. Apparently different ghosts get different ghost tricks. Interesting.
But I never imagined that tonight I would find out where this kind of power comes from.
Where it comes from.
Inspector Cabanela, this manipulator is a ghost, a departed spirit.
A spirit?
As a matter of fact,
Oops, sorry, you almost did a Cabanel accent there.
as a matter of fact, there's a ghost talking to us right now.
What did you say? Jad, don't tell me you can hear this ghost too. I'd say the only person who can't hear him is you.
Spirit, ghost, gods in heaven.
Excuse me, Mr. Minister. I suddenly have some urgent business to attend to.
Is he freaking out?
I recommend you think long and hard before making your final decision, sir.
Yeah, that was the fastest he's left.
Inspector!
I don't know if he believed us, but...
This is Lynn. I'm at the park.
We've been waiting to hear from you. Have you found the evidence?
Well, the situation here is... It's kind of difficult to explain. Sissel, if you're there, come to the park immediately.
Uh-oh. Something bad again.
It looks like your help is needed, Sissel.
Yeah, I guess so, huh? Alright then. What time am I at? We still have time. So you know what? Never mind. Let's continue. Let's, are we in the phone? Yeah. Go to the park. I could have talked to them, but whatever. Oh, good. Good decision. Wanted to go to a safe point. Lynn calls and I oblige. I take off toward Temsic Park, the place where clearly something big is taking place. Oh dear. The Manipulator. The person whose very existence sheds new light on everything. Detective Jowd's crime, the execution orders, and even my own death. Could it be? Yep, I was thinking that too. Could Lynn have been manipulated into shooting me? Yep. Woo. I'm so happy. Alrighty then. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you're enjoying this, and until next time, have a nice day. Bye.